an altar on a business platform as an insurance policy to guarantee that the hand of God will be upon our endeavors, that He will cause it to prosper. So we'll just take 15 minutes and respond to her. Then we'll go to the book of 2 Kings chapter 6, which is the text that we'll be looking at under the topic, surviving the hard times. 2 Samuel chapter 6, beginning from verse 7 to verse 11. 2 Samuel chapter 6, beginning from verse 7 to verse number 11. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzziah, and God smote him there for his error. And there he died by the ark, and David was displeased because God had made a breach upon Uzzah. And he called the name of the place Perez Uzzah to this day. And David was afraid for the Lord that day and said, how shall the ark of the Lord come to me? So David would not remove the ark of the Lord unto him into the city of David, but David carried it aside into the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite, and the ark of the Lord continued at the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite 3 months, and the Lord blessed Obed-Edom and all his household. And it was told the king, saying, the Lord has blessed the house of Obed-Edom and all that pertaineth unto him. Why is that? Because of the ark of God. So don't forget the issue of the divine order. So an entire nation was in violation of the divine order, and the act that was supposed to bring blessing on the house of God became an object of slaughter because the divine order was not acknowledged. And it looks to me like after Uzzah died, they were looking for someone to die. They checked Mary. They said, no, if Mary dies, there'll be a problem. They checked Timothy. They said, no, Timothy cannot die. They decided that it was Obed-Edom that was good to die. Because the last feat that the ark of God bore brought death upon a man that was trying to stabilize it. At that point, everyone was afraid of what the ark could do. The mystery that surrounded the ark was more mysterious. It was in this condition that the ark was domiciled in the house of Obed-Edom. Are you there? All right, so what this man did was that he found a way to appease the one whose presence was captured in the ark. He found a way to do the things that the priest did not do during the procession. He found a way to offer sacrifices to the presence of the ark, the presence of God that was associated with the ark. Because the ark was a symbol of God's presence. God has decided that he will walk through the ark. So he made the ark an altar in his household, attending to it. He made the ark an altar among his workers. Then the spiritual dimension of the ark began to find expression. And this was the testimony And it was told King David, saying, the Lord has blessed the house of Obed-Edom and all that pertaineth to him because of the ark of God. Because of the ark of God. He brought the ark of God into his premises, and he began to do some things that the other people did not do. And the moment God was pleased, the impact of the presence of the ark was felt on everything that was done. If they go to the farm, you will see the impact of their alignment with the person behind the ark in their family. If they want to rear chickens, you will see the impact of their alignment with the ark in the poultry farm. If they wanted to do business, you will see the impact of their alignment with the ark in whatsoever thing they lay their hands upon to do. So we want to find out, how do you set up the ark of God, an altar in your own estate, so that you prosper with the altar? In attending to the altar deliberately, you will find a commensurate effect on the things that the works of your hand does. Those of you from the thief culture, you must have, I think this should not be so strange to you, because there's a counterfeit of this matter that I'm speaking about that is in your culture. Where's Chief Donatus? Arm yourself with the microphone and give us an account of, how do they call that thing again? That altar?
Imbovungu.
And when it is many, what?
Amboravungu.
Amboro.
That's in plural form.
Okay. Now, for those of you watching from America, from England, please be patient with us. The word in our dialect that is used to depict this special kind of altar that has the capacity to produce demonic wealth, there is no English counterpart of that word. So please bear with us. Chief Donatus, can you call that word again?
Imbovungu. And that is one, that's singular.
So that's the word. There is no English counterpart. Even Collins Dictionary did not anticipate this matter. So they did not make provision for it in the English language. So we need to make reference to it according to the language in the dialect that had the stature to carry the meaning of the matter that we are raising here. So please bear with us. I will try as much as possible to interpret where there is grace. But sometimes there is nothing to interpret to. So we have to retain a native presentation. Okay, so, Chief Donatus.
Yes, sir.
Can you give us an idea of how that thing works? Because it's in the heart of the thief culture. It's a tool that is used, embellished with demonic power, and it is said to have the ability to make a man prosper. So, and I've heard once and again, people fight over it. People fight in a certain family to be in custody of that material because of the potentials that it has in making his custodian exceptionally wealthy. And so can you give us, come on stage so that they'll be seeing your face, because give us an account and I will ask you a few questions. The issue of altars is not so far removed from our context. It's just that the people that have operated in the kingdom of darkness have utilized these concepts much more than we in the kingdom of God. So sometimes we will need to show us the example of that matter in the other kingdom and how it is practiced, just to give us some form of enlightenment. And then we'll come to the real altar, which is the altar of God. Everything that Satan is doing and everything he does is a counterfeit. It's a counterfeit. He saw it done somewhere and he decided to transport and to import that technology into his kingdom. And he's using perverted principles, attempting to achieve the same results in his kingdom. Now, so can you give us an idea of this, how this thing works? Okay?
Yes, sir. Well, Mbiovungu is a spiritual thing. The people believe that is the God of prosperity.
Now,
the way
so,
the ark
the way
was
you
to
are
the children
speaking
of
is
Israel.
too fast. It's too fast. And an Englishman, a native Englishman, there are many Englishmen that listen to us.
Yes, sir.
A native Englishman may not be able to comprehend. It was when I started preaching to English people that I realized that it's another language we are speaking, or not. So that's when I started dragging some words I speak, because that's the only way I could get the attention of the Englishman. So the way you are speaking now, you are speaking to English tea people. Yeah. But what we want now is to address English people. So first and foremost, be slow.
Okay, sir.
All right.
The tea people believe that Mbiovungu.
Yes, that thing he called, I'm running commentaries just so that you follow.
Yes, sir.
In the discourse. That name he mentioned is the name of the altar. And there is no English representation for it. Collins and Webster did not anticipate that there was a technology like that, so they did not make provisions in their dictionary for this, the name of this altar. Okay? It's called the God of prosperity.
Prosperity. The way the ark was to Israel, they believe that is how Mbiovungu is to them.
Okay.
The way the ark came to the house of Babylon and was blessed.
Okay.
They believe that this is how, if an individual or a group or family holds it, blessing will be in their custody.
And now, wait. This thing, I don't know, is it a physical thing or he fell from hell, fell from the kingdom of darkness? Satan came and made it, transformed it from being a spiritual thing into a physical thing and gave her what is it like?
It's a spiritual reality that's been trapped in something physical.
Okay, so
sometimes, okay.
The people we are teaching, people we are educating, don't have an idea whatsoever of these issues, these terminologies. We will need to be patient. Now, if you see the rain of questions on my Facebook inbox, rain of questions, it will take us maybe our lifetime to handle all the questions that have come. It's like it's a new area of truth that we are trying to establish so that people, the sons and daughters of God, can become very efficient in this new area of truth. So we need to be. So he said it is a spiritual reality, but it is trapped in a physical thing. Now, those of you that are watching online, you may have heard of an idol before. An idol. An idol can be made of wood. An idol can be made of mud. Some idols are made of stone, depending on the prescription of the spirit being that is giving you insight into what is required in order to trap its dimensions down. Are you there? Okay. Now, I
want to show you how it looks like.
Can you transmit this picture to... Where's Philip? Okay. Transmit the picture to Pastor Dan, and Pastor Dan is going to transmit it to the media people, and they will give us a picture of the kind of thing he is talking about. Please be patient with us. I know you are aware of these things, but I just realized when I checked the number of people that view our meetings, it's so much. So we need to be giving attention to the people that are online. And most time, when we carry on with in our own way, we don't really reach them out there. All right, so once upon a time, I was in the city of Zaria ministering, and I met this young man, and the young man came for counseling. And he told me where he's from, a certain state in Nigeria, and he told me that he was in a very remote area, and he was going to fetch water from the stream. I know those of you in the United Kingdom don't know what a stream is. It's a small body of water that flows, all right? And that's where our villages drink from. There's no pipe bomb water, there's no borehole systems. They drink directly from the open stream. You must have discovered why we are very healthy. It's because we've been exposed to all kinds of germs, and the germs are now at home with our body. Okay? So, because the other day my friend came from the United States to Ghana, and he could not drink bottled water. That the bottled water was reacting with his stomach. That there was only one type of bottled water in Ghana he could drink. That's the Voltic bottled water. That was the only type of bottled water. Hallelujah. I don't want to comment on that, but I'm just telling you that God has blessed us, okay? So this guy went to the stream to fetch water, and then a spirit leaped out of the stream and suspended in the air and told him that, you see, we've been looking for you. We want to give you wisdom. Are you interested in our wisdom? I said, oh, yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested. So they now gave him 3 alligator pepper to eat. And the reason why they gave him alligator pepper, sorry, those of you online, you may not know, there's one type of pepper that you don't find in the stores in the United Kingdom, in London. You don't find them in Cardiff. You don't find them in New York. You find them in Wurukum. So the next time when you show up for IEC, ask someone to get you a sample of alligator pepper. It's a strange kind of pepper. And meanwhile, don't try it out. the Lord gives you understand. So they gave the guy alligator pepper to eat. And the reason why they gave him the pepper to eat was because he was in the flesh. They wanted him to ascend. It's just like, they need him high. So, and the pepper could do that as fast as possible. You can also achieve that with taking alcohol. You can ascend into the frequencies of darkness. Those songs that people that are drunk sing, they're actually hearing it. The guys are actually hearing those songs. So it's not as if they're just singing out of nowhere. No, somebody is dictating a tune. The song may not have any relationship with the treble or the bass clef, but the song exists and is being dictated to them, and they are finding expression in the midst of that song. So they gave him the pepper, and he went high in the spirit. So they began to dictate to him how to set up a shrine. And the technology they gave him is the kind of technology that mirrors the dimension, the realm in which those spirits are found in the spirit realm. So when you can mirror that dimension in the natural realm, you can actually trap those spirits into that place where the shrine is. So when Chief said the thing is a spiritual reality, and they found the technology to trap it in a physical material. Now, so when you see an idol, are you there? The spirit is not always in that idol 24 hours a day. The spirit only comes into that idol. That idol is the technology I'm talking about. And it's built to capture the dimension that the spirit operates. So the spirit can be trapped in it. Okay? So when they do incantations and do enchantments, the enchantments mean to give instruction to demons. So when they do enchantments, the demons now are trapped in those vessels. Those vessels that are designed to contain them. Are you there? I know it's on the screen. Just walk with me for now. Okay? So those things, they are, depending on the spirit, the vessels that can trap them are different. Most of you don't know the dwarf spirits. Most of you don't know that. You don't know the lexicon of spirits. And today is not the day for that. But there are containers that are used to trap dwarf spirits. Dwarf spirits are the most vicious messenger spirits.